Hello and welcome to the channel. Welcome to the TMP group. I'm Tom and today is Friday. It's the 14th of January 2022 and I've got a good one for you. Just kind of keeping things in line with the last couple of videos that I've done on ETFs. I did a couple of different videos on 4 major ETFs that we like in 4 different sectors. Go back and watch those if you would. But I want to talk today about an ETF, and the ticker symbol is SARK. It is an inverse ETF, which means that it trades opposite of the Cathie Woods ETF, the ARK ETF, ARKK. So before we get into it, I do have to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. No members of the TMP group are licensed brokers or traders. We are simply investors that are looking to make long-term wealth. And leave me a thumbs up if you like what you hear today. If you want to hear more, subscribe to the channel. Feel free to share it with your friends, share it with your family, and let's jump right into it. So another ETF that I wanted to spotlight is the SARK, and it is the inverse to the Cathie Woods ARK ETF. So in order for us to understand SARK, we have to understand ARKK. So Cathie Woods, brilliant, not saying anything good, bad, or indifferent about her and her investing style. It's just right now where we're at in 2022. I personally believe that the high growth companies that she has in the ARKK will not perform as well as the rest of the market. Thus, it leads me to an inverse ETF, SARK. So, for example, if the ARKK goes down, then the SARK goes up. So let's look at the ARKK, find out what they have in it, and this would be compared to shorting a stock or shorting an ETF or basically putting puts on the stocks. So the ARKK ETF is divided into 6 different sectors. And if I refer to my notes, the 6 sectors are the 6 sections that they have. The first section or first sector and the biggest one is technology. And that holds about 35.9% of the overall ARKK investment. The next biggest one is the healthcare sector. I do believe healthcare will outperform in 2022. And that's 30%, 30.88. And then we come down to some smaller positions. So communication services, that is 19 and change, 19.7% of the ARK, and then consumer cyclical, which I also believe will do well. So she's got a good balance in here, but that's only 11.51%. And then the last 2 are industrial and consumer defensive, and the industrials are 1.29%. And then the consumer defensive is a 0.68%, and that makes up ARK, ARKK. Now, if we take a look at their top 10 holdings in the ARKK, the assets that they hold, what are they? And you'll see why I think that this ARKK will underperform, allowing us to make money in the SARK, whether we're investing and buying shares into the into the SRAK, or whether we're putting call options on the SARK. Okay, so the largest holding in there is Tesla, which is 9% individually, and then Zoom, which is 6%. Then you have Teladoc and Roku, each one of those right around 6%. Coinbase brings in about 5.5% of their overall, and then Unity Software and Spotify are around 4.5%. Exact Sciences, Twilio, and Square rounded off at 4%. So those are the top 10 from bottom to top. Of course, you have Square, you have Twilio, Exact Sciences, Spotify, Unity Software, Coinbase, Roku, Teladoc, Zoom, and Tesla. All great stocks, but you put them together with the inflation and the Fed raising rates and everything that's going to go on in 2022 that we believe, I believe that playing the SARK is a much safer investment. As the ARKK goes down, the SARK goes up. So take a look, do your homework, do your due diligence. I would never tell you what to buy, only what we're buying. We are buying call options, basically 2 points out of the money on the SARK, and we're pushing those basically through June. I believe that the next quarter, 2 quarters could be kind of rough. And then I think things will balance out. Depends what the Fed does. If they raise rates by 0.5 point or if they raise them by 1/4 point. If there's 3, I'd be surprised. 4 is what I've called rate hikes. And I've heard as much as, I think it was JP Morgan that came out today that said there could be as much as 6 or 7 rate hikes. Now, whether that means 6 or 7 quarters, 25 basis points, or 6 or 7 different times. But if the Fed meets quarterly, I believe they will throw out a rate hike each quarter in the next 4 quarters. So that gives us 4 rate hikes. Again, no doom and gloom. We're long-term holders. Become invested in stocks that you believe in. That way, when your stocks go down, you still have faith in them, that they will come back up. Take a look at the fundamentals. Take a look at the charts. Do your research. If a stock has performed well for the past 5 years, that's a good indicator it's going to perform well for the next 5 years. Again, stocks can be broken by the market, but the companies are not broken. Best bet you can make is a bet on yourself. Invest in your family, invest in your future, create that wealth chain. And hopefully, like I said, if you made it this far, leave me a thumbs up. Let me know which investments you'd like for 2022. I will be talking more about ETFs because I've had a lot of younger, and when I say younger, not necessarily by age, but time in the market, and some people that haven't even gotten into the market. And it doesn't matter how much money you put in. If you can only afford to put $100 in, put 100 in. Pick 4 stocks. Pick 4 ETFs. If you can put 1,000 in, 250 in all 4 of them. If it's 10,000, 2,500. Become diversified, but get into things that you know and understand. And we need to have our money working for us. Every day that you invest is a day in the future that you do not have to work. So stay positive. Hopefully we can bounce out of this. We're up against a 3-day weekend. The market will be closed on Martin Luther King Day on the 17th. We'll be back on Tuesday, and I will be back either later this afternoon or this evening, and throughout the weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing what crypto does this weekend. So if you are too, leave me a comment, leave me a thumbs up, subscribe and share, and I hope to see you all on the next video.